Hi guys, and welcome back to another fly fishing video. So I've come to the Manningford estate, and this afternoon I hope to go on the Rushall Beat and do a little bit of fishing. But primarily today, what I want to look at is what the trout are eating. So without further ado, let's get into Entomology then. I can barely even pronounce the word, and I don't pretend to be any kind of expert in the little crustaceans and bugs that live in our rivers. But luckily I've got a couple of experts that work at the fishery. Clay and Malcolm Hunt has kindly helped me identify some of the more popular creatures that are in the river Avon. So let's have a look at the little critters that live in our rivers. So before we even start, I'd like to say thank you to Clay and Malcolm Hunt, who helped me identify these creatures. The most iconic bug then, I suppose, in the chalk streams is the mayfly nymph, and at this time of year, very shortly we can expect to see clouds of mayfly in the skies above the river. The nymph moves quite quickly in the water, and it is quite large. I was quite shocked at the size. It's more akin to a size 10 hook than the smaller hooks I tend to use. The freshwater shrimp then, it's probably a staple diet of most rivers, freestone or chalk stream, and certainly a lot of the larger still waters now are heavily populated with shrimps, giving the fish lots of food to pack on weight. They come in various sizes, so it's worthwhile having several different size shrimp patterns in your fly box when you're targeting shrimp feeding fish. Water boatmen can be found in the calmer sections of the river and can be seen shooting across the surface. I've not seen trout target these specifically, but I'm sure they must be taken at times for food. The peeping caddis then, each one is a unique creature building its home from small stones and sticks from the river bottom. They're absolutely fascinating to watch, and the trout love to eat them. The dragonfly nymph then, it reminds me of the creature in the films Aliens. It is a huge beast, and it must make a fantastic meal for trout. The caseless caddis then, it's surprising how big this is. Again, it would be more akin to a size 10 or even a size 8 in size, but I suppose they come in various sizes, and if you're tying up patterns to imitate this bug, it would be well worth working them down to size 14. The freshwater leech, we may have seen these attached to trout that we've caught from still waters. They attach themselves to the body of fish, and very often when I'm practicing catch and release, I'll take the time to remove the leech. They're a parasitic organism that attach themselves to living creatures to survive. The stickleback then, who doesn't remember catching them in small nets on your burn or stream? They make a great meal for a trout if they can catch them. They're very quick in the water, but a hearty meal indeed. That's only a very short selection of what we found in the kick sample. I'm sorry that the imagery wasn't quite as good as I'd hoped for, but I had to work with what I've got available to me. It was absolutely fascinating watching the little creatures swimming round in the little tub that I had, and it was very kind of Malcolm and Fen to take the time to point out the names and the various insects that we'd managed to capture in our kick sample. What I'm going to get on with now is a little bit of fishing. I know this might seem strange, but I don't do as much fishing as I would like. I spend a lot of my time now making the videos and editing the videos and obviously putting them out, and it's very rare that I get the chance to spend a few hours just fishing. So I took this time that was left in the afternoon just to get a few hours in before I had to head home. I hope you enjoy this little section, and I'll let the video do the talking. Well, I've been fishing for about an hour and a half now. I've had a few brownies to the net, but as I got up to the tree-lined area of the river, I seen a small sipper coming up and just not breaking the surface, but just taking very small things off the top. I tried various flies. It was quite an awkward cast, but perseverance and patience has paid off. Now, what I put over it in the end was not so small. It was a size 16 Parachute Adams, and that's what it's come up and taken. Let's have a look at the fish. It's absolutely stunning. I just love wild trout. Well, that's me finished fishing for this afternoon. It's only 3 o'clock, but I've got a fairly long drive back and I've got a big day tomorrow, so I'm going to call it a day early. And it's a real shame, the river's just alive with fish at the moment. It's been great fun. I've targeted them using duo and straightforward dry fly fishing, and it's been phenomenal. The fish haven't been massive, but I don't care about that. Some of them have been absolutely stunning looking fish. Thanks very much for watching the video. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, please give the video a little thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you all next time.